and welcome to another episode of QUTV. I'm Charity Boyd.
And I'm Sarah Valkamp. Today on QUTV, from internships to summer housing, we've got you covered on what you need to take care of as the year goes on.
And university leaders speak with students in a town hall meeting. But first, big changes are coming to residence life at Quincy University. QUTV's Joshua Hale sat down with various resident life leaders to learn more about their plans.
Starting this fall, 2014, Quincy University Residence Life will be implementing a newly restructured system. In an effort to help retention, the Residence Life Department will be replacing their 5 residence director spots with 3 graduate assistant spots, in hopes of allowing more time to be dedicated to student connection. I sat down with Director of Residence Life, Larissa Lavender, to get a better idea of what these changes will be.
We are looking at having 3 graduate assistants overseeing kind of the 3 more main areas on campus, the first year areas, the second year, that sort of middle to upperclassmen area, and then the more traditional upperclassmen areas.
These new graduate assistants will serve a total of 20 office hours in their respective buildings. Lavender says she hopes this new alteration will increase the student living experience.
They'll have posted office hours. That's one of the contact points that I'm really excited to offer students next year. Kind of as a convenience, but also as a comfortability level. I know sometimes students walking over to the student affairs office, that's a big space. It holds a lot of different departments. So I'm trying to kind of put our staff where the students are.
In addition to these upper level changes, Residence Life will be appointing a senior RA in each building to help with certain administrative tasks. Sarah Theriel, the current graduate assistant for Residence Life, says that these changes can help prepare the students for more living learning communities and the overall benefit that they can have in years to come.
As far as being able to offer a greater range of programmatic efforts, specifically like with living learning communities, I think that will give incoming first-year students as well as some of our second-year students the opportunity to have a core group that they will be working with not only in the classroom but outside of the classroom.
These changes, which will take effect this coming fall, are the first steps to creating a much more improved campus living experience. For QUTV, I'm Joshua Hale.
It is officially spring, which means summer is right around the corner. If you are thinking about staying on campus over the summer, here are a few things you need to know. Students will be charged for the number of weeks they would like to be on campus over the summer. A summer week will start on Monday and end on a Sunday. Students will be billed for full weeks. No prorating will occur for partial weeks. If you or your items are in your room, you will be billed for the entire week. The cost for a summer week is $75. All students will be placed in the Student Living Center. Apply early because once the SLC is full, the university will not be able to accommodate additional residents. Please continue to check your QU email. The application for summer housing will be available soon. Registration begins next week, and it's time for many students to declare a major. The university encourages students who reach 36 credit hours to formally declare a major. Quincy University's Acting Vice President for Academic Affairs, Dr. Ann Behrens, gives advice on what to do before deciding which path to take.
I think the best thing that students can do is to take classes in areas that they may not be familiar with, as well as those in which they think they may have an interest already. Talk to faculty members, talk to older students who are currently majoring in the program, find out what the opportunities are career-wise in that particular area, and certainly working with his or her advisor to explore the many options that are open in terms of majors. And having an open mind, I think, is also important, that don't exclude anything just because of what you may or may not have heard about that major. Students need to find something that's going to be a good fit and a passion of theirs throughout their life.
If you haven't already, you should begin the process of finding an internship. You might not be aware, but the internship you choose may play a big role in preparing for your future career. When students begin their college careers, there is oftentimes the preconceived notion that in order to graduate in 4 years, you need to enter into college with a major and career already chosen. That, however, is not always the case. People often forget that college is as much as a learning experience outside of the classroom as it is inside the classroom. Director of Career Services Kristen Leeson gave us her input.
I always encourage students to just have an open mind. I love it when they come in and focused, but what I have observed over the years is that some students will come in and be focused on a specific major, and they are so let down when they decide to not follow that path that sometimes it's almost a little step back. And so as I have advised in the last few years, when a student comes in and says, I'm absolutely going the route of business. I want to become a marketing manager for a big time firm. This is my direction. I encourage them to go that direction, and I encourage them to do like an experiential type of experience, like an internship, because so many times those experiences will say, yeah, I definitely want to go that route, or not.
On the other hand, if you're one of those students who has already decided on a pre-professional career path such as medicine, we advise that you stick with an internship in that profession.
For other students that are really not certain what they want to major in, I think that first experience, if they think I might do business or I might do education, and they pick a job, an internship at a park district doing as an activities director or something like that, a coordinator of some sort, they're getting the best of both worlds. And I think it also helps them to realize, okay, I worked with children, education's good, I did events and planning, I didn't like that so much. And then they lean toward, so I think it's important sometimes to do those internships that are not in your field. You always will gain the time management, the leadership, the professionalism within that discipline, and I think that's important as well.
All in all, having an internship will give you the experience of the best of both worlds. You will be able to distinguish if the path you are choosing is right for you, or if you need to consider another career. For QUTV, I'm Charity Boyd.
For many students, their internship is complete. Classes are almost done and a new affliction has set in. QUTV's Elizabeth Bowles run around campus to check up on those suffering from senioritis.
Senioritis causes me to procrastinate unnaturally.
Making my days longer and not wanting to do schoolwork and just wanting to go out into the job world and get started.
I'm so done with just jumping through hoops and studying all the time. I want to go out and make money.
Keep on plugging no matter what. It's the only advice I could really give to you. Do it for yourself, don't do it for anyone else.
Last Friday, there were some sweet celebrations occurring on campus. March 14th is known as Pi Day, and two organizations were very excited. Out on Penny Lane, the Panhellenic Council put together a Greek event. Pie tins filled with whipped cream were thrown at various members of the Greek community, while over in the cafeteria was the math club whipping up their own fun. The math club sold many pies to Quincy University community so everyone could celebrate the unique holiday. Math Club President Rebecca Sievers explains the significance of March 14th.
Because today is March 14th, so it's 314, and the number of pi is 3.14. So every year on March 14th, everyone celebrates Pi Day. And then actually, fun fact, next year, it'll be 3, 14, 15, and the next two digits of pi are 15, so it'll be 3.1415.
And now here is sports with Sports Director Andy Martinez. Andy?
Thanks, Charity. People are working out more getting ready for the summer, and in doing so, people are beginning to take more supplements, which sometimes can have an adverse effect. I had the chance to talk to a few people on just exactly what workout supplements to and not to take.
With summer coming up, everyone is getting more and more excited about the warm weather. With that warm weather comes the ability to go out and do nice things, such as going out to the beach. With going out to the beach, more and more people are concerned with what is known as the beach body. To obtain what many consider the ideal beach body, people work out and do a lot of weightlifting to make sure they are in tip-top shape. In doing so, more people are beginning to take workout supplements. Head athletic trainer Stephanie Taylor, who was unavailable for comment on camera but offered up her ideas, said workout supplements are becoming more prevalent than they have in the past, and companies are trying to get out what they consider the best product out there to beat their competitors. For Chris Garavalia, a redshirt junior on the men's soccer team, the only supplement that he allows to go into his body is whey protein.
I usually make sure I get it in me within about 45 minutes when I'm done working out. I just do whey because it's like the fastest acting protein that you can use as far as protein powders. So as soon as you break down your muscles and tear them up, whey is probably the best way to go as far as in rebuilding and growing. So that's kind of what I do there.
One risky part about workout supplements is how easy companies slip steroids and other banned substances into them. This makes an unknowing customer more susceptible to taking in banned substances and hurting their body. That's why Taylor says many athletes often bring in the workout supplements they are going to take just to make sure they aren't taking something that could land them in hot water.
Yeah, in my experience, there's a lot of products out there that have banned substances in them, but if you just bought them over the counter, you wouldn't know. I like to do my own little research and kind of look up and see if I can find anything, and then I use the trainers as a secondary source to make sure they don't see anything in there, just to cover both areas.
Taylor and Garvaglia both agree, however, it is important that before you do any workouts and start taking workout supplements, you should do your research. Taylor suggests that you ask health experts and research every ingredient that is contained in the supplement. Garvaglia agrees that at the end of the day, if you are new to the workout routine, ask for help.
I would say the best way to do if you haven't really worked out and you're trying to get into it, get a partner. Maybe get someone that has done it before and knows a little something, and kind of just pick their brain and learn as much as you can. And also just, I think just getting on the internet and just surfing the web and seeing it, there's so much information out there that you can use. I know one website I like is bodybuilding.com, has all kinds of tons of information. So I just think more time you put into it, the more information you could find, and you can teach yourself on this.
The QU women's basketball season came to a close last Sunday as the Lady Hawks fell in the round of 32 of the NCAA tournament. The Lady Hawks fell 78-58 to host Drury as the Lady Panthers avenged a 3-point loss from earlier in the season. Drury would go on to win the regional and have reached the Elite Eight of the NCAA tournament. For QU, the difference was on the boards as Drury center Amber Dvorak led the Lady Panthers to a 49-29 advantage in rebounds. The Lady Hawks reached the second round of the NCAA tournament after mounting a ferocious comeback in just 2 days earlier as they trailed Northern Michigan by 16 points in the second half and came back to force overtime where QU outscored NMU 12-5 to squeeze out a 65-58 win. QU finishes the season 23-7. We here at QUTV would like to congratulate the Lady Hawks on a great season.
Thanks, Andy. Student Senate held a town hall meeting last Wednesday in the main dining room. The meeting gave the QU community members a chance to ask questions about life at QU. QU President Dr. Robert Gervaisi and other Quincy University leaders were on hand to field questions from the audience. After the event, QUTV talked to the Vice President of Student Senate about the town hall meeting.
I think the meeting went pretty well. We got a lot of useful information out there. I wish we had a little more attendance from the student body, but we had a lot of good questions and a lot of information was disclosed.
The ladies of Alpha Omicron Pi are hosting their annual event, Mr. GQ, this Friday evening. The event will be held in the main dining hall at 7 p.m. Tickets are $2 for students and $4 for the community. All proceeds go toward the Juvenile Arthritis Foundation. Come out to support a great cause and find out who will be named the next Mr. GQ. Well, that's all for this week's episode of QUTV. Make sure you follow us on Facebook for all the latest campus news. For QUTV, I'm Sarah Valkamp.
And I'm Charity Boyd. Until next week, keep soaring high, Hawks.